¿Y qué pasó? ¿En qué quedó eso?
Al final no, rechazaron todas las compras.
Ah,
Oh, qué malo.
oye, y el Benja, oye, pero cómprame eso, oye, pero
Compré uno.
vende, vendamos esto.
Después terminaba todo hackeado.
No, amigo, no te metas en dramas.
Bolsonaro me quitó plata. Ah,
Me robó Bolsonaro.
me robó Bolsonaro. Fui hacker.
Por un momento de tu vida, sí.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys?
Good morning, miss.
Okay, it's cold. It seems it's cold everywhere. Yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so thank you for your oral presentations, oral tests. They were really good in general. I would like next time that you use more vocabulary, you know, from the units, but some of you use new vocabulary. Next time, try to use more new words, okay, from the unit. Today, we're going to start a very important unit, Let me see here, I have, this is, you know, the course plan. No, this is not yours. Okay, where is your course plan? Here, 322, 101. Okay, so we are going to start today talking about the things that you have done, yes? It's a tense that in English you use so much, and it's essential that you know how to use these tense. The name of unit number 5 is activities that we have done, yes? And to start with this, we are going to see some television scenes. So I'm going to share screen. This is, you know, the warm-up of the class for you to know what we are talking about. So try to remember some of these sentences, okay? Okay, watch this video and try to remember some of the sentences, please.
The team's coming back!
Yay! Whoopee! Hooray! No, they're not. They're using Monday.com to manage their projects online, so they don't need to be here. What do you mean? Look, this is what everyone on the team is working on right now.
How long has it been?
How long has what been?
Since you've had feelings for Kate?
I thought that if I gave it time, the feelings would go away. But after the last 2 days, I don't know if I want the feelings to go away.
Hey, sweetie, have you seen my engagement ring? Yes, like 101 times, and it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. But I was gonna ask, have you seen my fiance?
Owen left about an hour ago. He had an early meeting. So now that you're awake, I've downloaded a to-do list from imengaged.com. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Number 1, have you created your wedding blog?
Of course. It is personal, interactive, and linked to a guest book.
Check. Okay, engagement announcements.
I have a photo of me and Owen at the Ponte Vecchio on a 100-pound matte cardstock.
Check. Big question, drum roll please. Who's baking your wedding cake?
You are, of course.
Okay, so shall we start talking cake concepts?
Never even been in love.
No, I have never been in love.
How long have you two been together?
What is it, like 4?
Almost 5 years. Yeah, 5 years.
How many of these ruptured dissections have you caught and sent to operate? 40, maybe 50. How many have you been able to save? 3.
I'm losing weight without even thinking about it. Get this, last Tuesday, I forgot to eat lunch. Crazy, right? That never happens. I've forgotten I've eaten lunch on a number of occasions, so I had to eat again, just in case. But this is monumental. I have forgotten to take the gas nozzle out of my car. I have forgotten my gun was loaded, but I have never forgotten lunch. Anyway, long story short, you're looking at a happy, confident, slightly smaller man than you saw in here 1 week ago. Win the battle here, win the battle here.
That's for you, love. Don't you like it?
I haven't played with dolls since I was 8.
I haven't talked to her in over a month. I haven't seen her in 2 months. She's disappeared.
Peter, I have had a very long day.
So how long have you guys been partners?
About 4 years.
What are you talking about? We've been partners for almost 5 years.
It hasn't been that long.
Oh, yes, it has. 5 years this November.
Wow, that's longer than any relationship I've ever had.
It hasn't been easy, trust me.
Odessa has worked here for 10 years. She has cooked and cleaned and made up your bed and sewn buttons on your shirts. This is not just a job for her. She adores you.
We've been best friends since we were 7, Lux. Nothing can change that.
You know, you look prettier now than the day we got married.
Oh, honey, and you are even more handsome.
I did push-ups in the bathroom.
You're funny.
You're nice.
I have always been nice.
I've always been funny.
Well.
Miss, you're muted. You're mute.
Thank you for telling me. Did you notice any sentences with the use of present perfect? Because this is the name of the grammatical, structure that we are going to start seeing today. Activities that you have done. Have you ever been? Yes, I have been, I have never been, etc. So let's see, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to see if you found some examples with the present perfect. Did you notice any examples?
Yes.
What did you notice with the use of have or has?
Since you had feeling for, but I can remember all the sentence, but I write the most important, I think.
Very good. How long have you had feelings for? I wrote that in the chat. How long have you had feelings for a woman? That was the first example, yes? Do you remember?
Have you seen blah, blah, blah? Or have you ever?
Yes. Have you seen? Yes, very good pass. Have you seen? Any other?
Have you ever?
Have you ever For example, being in love, yes? Have you ever been in love? It's an example, right? Another example about the two cops, the two policemen. What is the question there? It says, how long have you
Been together?
friends? What was it?
or worked? How long have you worked together? Yes, how long have you worked together? Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other that you remember from these television scenes?
The answers? We have been partners. She has cooked. I don't know.
And been
It's right.
partners, very good. We've been partners for 5 years. And Malcolm, the other one?
She has cooked.
She has cooked. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have always been nice.
Excellent. The last woman, the couple that they are in the swimming pool. I have always been nice. Yes, thank you. Those are, you know, some good examples from the television scenes. Yes. I prepare an explanation for you that it's not in the course plan, but I'm going to share with you now, guys. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is, you know, something that I prepare for you to understand this much better, okay? So here we have this document. First of all, we have here present perfect. I have lived in Seattle since 1997. You use this, you know, with since in this case. I still live there. In the past, I moved to Seattle. That's something that already happened. And present simple, this person lives in Seattle. So when do you use the present perfect? Here you have the different uses of this. Can you read, please, Mayra?
To express things you have done in your life.
For example?
I have traveled to Argentina several times.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
To express number of times you have done something, she has called him twice today.
Mm-hmm.
To describe recently complete actions which are important now.
Completed. Completed actions.
Completed actions. Oh, I have lost my wallet. To express situations that start in the past and are started in the past and are still true.
True.
True. They have been teachers at USM since 2010.
Mm-hmm.
To describe unfinished actions or situations. We have not finished dinner yet.
Mm-hmm. Finished.
To express present results. Unfortunately, Jane has failed math this semester.
Unfortunately, Jane has failed math this semester. To express, you say here present result, right? So normally you use the present perfect with these expressions. Recently, lately, just, already, yet, for, since, never, ever, still, this week, today. I'm going to send this document to you, so don't worry because you will have this document, okay? Don't write. I mean, if you want to take notes, it's okay, but it's not necessary. So how do you use the present perfect? You use it with the subject and then have or has and then the past participle. I've tried sushi. Negative, you say here, I haven't. Yes, I haven't tried sushi. Question, you invert the order as always. Instead of you have, you say, have you tried sushi? So this is the question. And the same examples that I gave you here to express things, to express number of times, to express recently completed actions, here we have more examples. Malcolm, please, can you read this example? To express.
Just example?
Yeah, to express things you've done in life.
She has never studied Japanese.
To express number of times you have done something.
How many times have you tried to call her?
Yes, that's right. To describe recently completed actions which are important now.
I have some bad news. I have lost my job.
Terrible. Yes, like many people today. To express situations that started in the past and are still true.
I have known James for 4 or 5 years.
To describe unfinished actions or situations.
I have read half of the book.
I read.
I read half the book.
Yeah, it's read. Remember, I read.
I read.
To express present result.
John has misses the bus, so he will be late.
He'll be late. Yes, to express present result, John has missed the bus. So the consequence is that he'll be late. The example that I wrote to you is, unfortunately, Jane has failed math this semester. So you have examples here of the uses, and here you have more in the chart, okay? Okay, so how do you make this? Here we have several examples with the positive, negative, and question, yes? Matthias, I want you to read the examples, the affirmative sentences, please. I've been to Australia twice, Matthias.
I've been to Australia twice. You've seen that film before?
Matthias. You've seen, you've.
You've seen that film before?
Matthias, I need to see your mouth. You've seen.
You've seen.
Yes.
You've seen that film before?
Yeah, but it's not a question. It's not a question.
You've seen that film before?
You've seen that film before. You've seen that film before. One more time.
You've seen that film before.
Yes. He's won
the gold medal?
Not question.
He has won the gold medal?
It's not a question.
He has won the gold medal.
Yes.
She has lived here since she was a baby.
It's not a question.
She has known every night this week.
But it's not a question, Mati.
We have played this game a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
You have ate all the chocolates.
You have eaten
all the chocolate.
Matthias. Repeat after me. You've eaten all the chocolates.
You've eaten all the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
They passed the exam.
They passed
the exam.
They passed the exam.
They passed the exam.
Yes, that's right. In the negative sentences, we have Catalina Tapia. I haven't played
the piano for years. You haven't cleaned the house yet.
Is your television on, Catalina?
Yes. Wait.
Can you please?
Okay. He hasn't driven on the motorway before.
Driven.
She hasn't filled felt well for a few days. It hasn't rained for 3 weeks. We haven't played a match against them yet. You haven't worked together yet. And yet they haven't studied for the exam tomorrow.
Yes, Kata, remember, is yet, is soft, okay? Remember, Y suave, J fuerte. So you say, you haven't worked together yet, okay? Soft, yet, yes? Okay, and now we have the questions. Pedro Riveros. Have I been sick many times this year? All of these questions have rising intonation because they are yes, no questions, right? Have I been sick many times this year? Continue, Pedro.
Have you spent all your money already? Has he baked a cake before? Has she ever been to Norway? Has it been this hot all summer? Have we invited all the guests yet? It's good pronounced?
Yeah.
Or not?
It's correct.
Have you known each other long? Have they eaten all the pizza already?
Mm-hmm. Have they eaten? Yes. So this is, yes, very good, Pedro. Okay, so here you have, you know, questions, negative, positive, the uses, the most important, you know, the uses of the present perfect. And here you have the expressions that you use and more examples with the uses, okay? So we're going to work with the handouts, guys, with the handouts. Handouts, please. Handout number 17, yes, 17, handout number 5, unit 5, sorry, unit 5, handout 17. So here we have more examples and the same story. It says, everybody, the handouts pass, Felipe, Mati, Malcolm.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The present perfect is formed with have or has, yes? You have seen that movie many times. Question, have you seen that movie many times? Negative, you haven't seen that movie many times. For example, have you seen Nicholas, have you seen Star Wars?
Yes, I've seen Star Wars.
Many times?
So many times.
Yes, I know. I know. Okay. So we have here use, you have here use number 1 and specified time before now. Yes, I am reading. We use the present perfect to say that an action happened at an unspecified time before now. I've seen that movie 20 times. I think I've met him once before. Before is in any moment, it's not a specific. There have been many earthquakes in California. People have traveled to the moon. People have not traveled to Mars. Have you read the book yet? Nobody has ever climbed that mountain. Yes? So here we have an specified time before now. Topic number 1, it says experience. You can use the present perfect to describe your experience. It's like saying, I have the experience of. You can also use this tense to say that you have never had a certain experience. The present perfect is not used to describe a specific event. If you say yesterday or March 20th, 1999, that's not present perfect because that's specific about past tense, okay? So there are some examples here at the bottom of the page, please. I have been to France. Can you read, please, Pedro?
This sentence means that you have had the experience of being in France. Maybe you have been there once or several times.
Mm-hmm.
I have been to France 3 times. You can add the number of times at the end of the sentences. I have never been to France. This sentence means that you have not had the experience of going to France. I think I have seen that movie before. He has never traveled by train. Johan has studied two foreign languages. Have you ever Okay. Have you ever met him? No, I have not met him. Met him.
Have you ever met him? Repeat after me. Have you ever met him? No, I haven't.
Have you ever met him?
No, I haven't met him.
Have not met him.
Very good. Met, because it's meet, met.
Met.
Next page, please. Topic 2. Topic 2. Change over time. We use the present perfect to talk about the change that has happened over a period of time. You've grown since the last time I saw you. You normally say this to a child. The government has become more interested in arts education. Japanese has become one of the most popular courses at the university since the Asian Students Program was established. My English has really improved since I moved to Australia. So when you talk about changes in time, you also use this tense. Yes? Topic number 3, accomplishments. What is an accomplishment in English? Can you give me a synonym of an accomplishment? Word reference? You should have it open there to see the synonyms. Give me synonyms of the word accomplishment.
Like a goal, maybe?
Excellent, goal. More synonyms.
I don't know how to say achievement.
Achievement, yes, achievement. I wrote it in the chat.
Yes.
An accomplishment is an achievement. It's something that you get after effort, yes? For example, when you get your degree at the university, this would be a great accomplishment, a great achievement, yes? So you say here examples. Man has walked on the moon. Yes, what happened the other day in Florida that Trump was there, and what happened there? And the topic of space.
A rocket was launched from SpaceX.
Very good. A rocket was launched. And now there are astronauts in the space today. So that's an achievement for, you know, astronauts and for the aeronautics. Then we have man has walked on the moon. Our son has learned how to read. Yes, he's probably 4 or 5 years old. Catalina, can you continue with the other examples? Doctors.
Doctors have cured many deadly diseases.
Diseases.
Scientists have split the atom.
Yes, split is divided the atom. And what about a cure for coronavirus? A cure for coronavirus, what?
It's more like doctors haven't cured.
They haven't.
Coronavirus.
Yes, they haven't cured anybody because there's no cure. There's no cure. So you can say it hasn't been already found. Yes. A vaccine. You know, a vaccine has not been found yet. It hasn't been found yet because they will. I'm sure that they will, but not yet. Topic number 4. You use the present perfect with an uncompleted action you are expecting. We often use the present perfect to say that an action which we expected has not happened. Using the present perfect suggests that we are still waiting for the action to happen. James has not finished his homework yet. You have not finished your degrees yet, but you are expecting for that, right? You want to finish your degrees. Can you continue, Felipe? Susan?
Okay. Susan hasn't mastered Japanese, but she can communicate. Bill has still not arrived. The rain hasn't stopped.
In the case of Chile, Santiago, last night it rained, right? It rained a little, but it stopped. It's finished. And finally, we have topic number 5, multiple actions at different times. We use it to talk about several different actions which have occurred in the past and at different times, so it's in your memory. You are not there anymore. You can say, for example, I have been to La Serena many times, but now I am in Santiago, right? But this is finished, this is past tense, but it's in your memory. For example, the army has attacked that city 5 times. The army has attacked that city 5 times, not now, yes, but it has happened already. What is going on in the United States now? Can you tell me? Because this social conflict has not finished. What has happened? Can you give me some examples, please?
I don't know if this is correct, but Trump deployed the USA Army to restart the peace in Washington, D.C. and other 20 states.
Yes, because he can do it in Washington, but not in other states because the governors have to declare, you know, a martial law, I would say. Okay, yes, but how can you use the present perfect in that case? The army.
The army has deployed.
Has been deployed.
Deployed.
In different. It's the National Guard, actually. Yes, they have the National Guard. In Chile, we have nothing like that. But when they have this kind of conflicts, they have the National Guard, and the National Guard has been, you know, deployed. Okay. What about protests? Yes.
What do you think about that? About
the conflict?
Yes.
I really wish justice for George Floyd. I think he was killed. It was a murder, the way that he was killed. So he deserves justice. His family deserves justice. There's so much racism in the United States. It's true. It's absolutely true. But I don't know why African Americans have not been able, you know, to succeed more. There's something, you know, in the society in the United States that doesn't make Black people to be better. I mean, there are, you know, some African Americans that are professionals and they have studied at the university, they have, you know, better lives, but those are only a minority. Most of African Americans in the United States are poor and they are not educated and they are, you know, connected with crimes, drug addiction, drug dealers, you know, robberies, crimes. So I don't understand why African Americans haven't been able to be better. There is racism, a lot, Not only with blacks, also with Latinos and with Asians too. And I don't justify violence, looting, you know, and riots. You know, looting? Looting is when they open the stores and they rob.
Saqueo.
Yes, that's looting, and I don't justify riots. I don't justify assaults, you know. But it's a terrible thing. This will never finish, you know. I mean, the problem with African Americans came from slavery. When the country started, you know, they brought Africans to work there and they were slaves for so many years. But they have a terrible problem, and the thing is that Trump only thinks about his re-election, and he's instead of trying to have the country united, he's trying to separate them. You know, he's not doing this in a right way. He's not a good politician because he's not a politician. You know, he's a businessman. I don't know, guys. It's very difficult, but I hope this finishes soon. Otherwise, Americans will start killing themselves. You know, the difference with Chile is that we don't have guns. Only some people have guns, but in the United States, all families, I would say 90% of the families have guns. So if they get angry, if they get upset with the situation, they're going to start killing people. And that's going to be even worse, a worse chaos. So they have to stop this now. I don't know how. I am not an expert, but they will start killing each other, you know. And they're already killing people, I'm sure. What do you think, Nico?
I think that the racist people in United States, they are limiting the people, the black people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, it's not the way that the police kill
Yeah, I understand.
kill the man, the George Floyd. That's what not that was not the form that to arrest him or
No, that was shocking. I couldn't believe that video. Benjamin, my son, told me, "Mom, did you see what happened in the United States?" And no, what happened? He showed me the video, and I said, "But Benjamin, this is not an animal. I mean, what are they doing?" I was shocked, really. That was a murder, and those policemen should pay for what they did. Justice should be done. Absolutely, they are not animals to kill them that way. They are really bad cops. Sometimes they say the carabineros in Chile, the carabineros do nothing in Chile. They don't have guns. They are, you know, they are limited. But in the United States, they do whatever they want. So it's awful, really. So sad, so sad. What do you think, Malcolm, about this situation?
I'm agree with that you say. I have been in America, and the cops are different than here. They are like really strict, and you can't even talk with the cops.
Yes, that's true. And they are also more corrupted. Have you seen the movies?
Yes, in the movies, but I don't know.
No, in real life, cops are really corrupted in the United States. You have to be afraid, scared. In there, Argentina too, you know. In Argentina, you commit a crime and you then give them money, bribery, you know, and then you're free. So corruption in Chile is little, really, believe me. If you compare with the United States, with Argentina, Colombia, Bolivia, Peru, nothing, you know, they don't have police over there. So I really, you know, think that we are like in a, I know Chile has so many problems. I know we have so many problems. We are an underdeveloped country. We are not a developed country like the United States or like Europe. So we still have problems, but I don't know, seeing what Trump is doing now, I think that Piñera was not so bad when because a lot of people were really angry, you know, they say, oh, they're burning the subway stations in Chile, they're looting, they are doing a lot of things, and a lot of people said, please, 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 the militaries, and Piñera said, no, 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 the militaries were only 9 days, and they did nothing, you know, the militaries. But now that I see Trump, I understand a little the behavior of Piñera, because he didn't want to have the militaries outside. You understand what I'm saying? I don't agree with the government, with Piñera or with anyone. The thing is that the difference, you know, that they have in the United States, that all the militaries are out today, you know, is so different with what happened here in Chile. In Chile, like they say, okay, just continue doing that, you know. They looted a lot of supermarkets, they burned churches, so much, and the militaries were out. But in the United States, they are there today. They are, you know, outside in the streets. So I don't know if you see my point, but I'm trying to compare a little bit what happens in the United States with what happened here in Chile last year. You know, it's totally different. As Malcolm says, police in the United States is really, you know, something different, more strict, and militaries too. Pedro, what is your opinion about this?
I think that is a really complicated situation because how can I say repercusiones or repercusiones?
Repercussion, you say.
Repercussion.
Yeah, it's the same
With the
word.
other countries and the relations and the alliance between the countries, it's going to be an unstable situation globally.
But you are talking about economy or what?
I think a little of everything, because United States is very influenced in everything.
Everything, right?
So if United States is complicated, the world is complicated because he has the control and in everything really.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
My family over there, you know that I have family in the United States and they are Americans, they are not Chilean. Well, I also have friends that are Chilean that live there, but my family that is American are worried. They're really worried because of the pandemic that is not finished, and people are outside, you know, looting, rioting, assaulting. They have masks, but the pandemic is not finished. Number two, they are worried because of unemployment. You know, unemployment with the pandemic was awful, and now it's even worse, you know. And they are also worried because of Trump. My family in the United States don't like Trump, and they say that this is going to be like a dictatorship. That's what they say, you know, with the militaries in the streets. But my family, you know, my cousins are very well educated. They went to the university and they're older than me, so they have education. But my Chilean friends that live in Miami, in Florida, love Trump. They love Trump and they're happy because the militaries are outside. So there are different opinions, you know. My family that is American don't like, you know, the way that Trump is you know, solving this problem. And my friends that are Chilean that live in Florida love Trump. So it's really difficult, really. Well, we have our own problems, you know, in Chile, so we should think about our country. Chile, you know, we are with the pandemic, with unemployment, and with our own social problems. So I think we should try to help our own country. Don't you think so? It's going to affect, you know, like Pedro says, yes, but we have to work for our country, for Chile. So that's why we are learning English, because in the future you will be able to travel and to see other realities, not only in the United States. Of course, you can go to Canada, Australia, you can go to Europe, England, you know, and that's why you have to speak English to learn more about other experiences and other countries, okay? So, have you ever been to New York? Who has been in New York here? Who has been in New York? Nico and Malcolm, the two of you. And did you like it, Nico?
Yes, I like it, but the people there is more cold than Latin American.
Of course, absolutely. Okay, people are colder. People are colder than here. Yes. Malcolm?
Yes, miss, I liked, but the water, it was like so cold, like the days that
Weather.
yes,
The weather.
Yes.
Yes, yes, you went in our summer. No, it's
Yes.
freezing, it's freezing. Okay, but what did you like? What did you like about New York, Nico and Malcolm? What did you like about that city?
And like that I like most is like the, I don't know, la entretenciones,
The fun.
like yes, the fun, like the Empire State or the Central Park, also the Estatua de la Libertad, like the monuments in New York.
In New York. And what about you, Nico?
There are a lot of culture, a lot of people of the
Different
world,
countries.
different countries, and that is very, what can I say, bacán.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome to see people from all over the world living there. Yeah, you can see persons from everywhere in the world. Yes, absolutely. Well, I love New York, and my cousin Mary lives there, so I have been there many times. And what I like the most about New York, are the buildings, you know. You only look up all the time, look up, 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 up. You are always looking up, you know, because the buildings are so tall that you feel like a little ant, you know, in the world. You feel like nothing. You're like, I think New York City is, you know, the center of the world. There are people from everywhere, and there are a lot of opportunities, but it's also a very expensive city. It's like Paris, yes. It's like England, London, Paris, and New York are the most expensive, yes. So here we have in handout number 18, we have a conversation. It says here, have you ever been to New York? Catalina, you are Kate, and Paz, you are Sophie. Give me this conversation, please.
Have you ever been to New York?
Wait. New York? No, I've never gone there. Have you?
Yes, in fact. I've just come back from there. I'm doing some consultancy work there, and I've spent at least 6 weeks there this year.
That sounds fabulous. Have you gone up to the top of the Empire State Building?
No, I haven't yet. I haven't driven the ferry to Ellis Island either. I just had to work so hard.
Though
I have had dinner at Sardis and seen a Broadway show.
A Broadway show, right. Okay, so I've just come back from there. Kate has just come back from there. And it says, I'm doing some consultancy work there and I've spent at least 6 weeks there this year. Wonderful. Okay, now pass your Kate and Catalina, your Sophie. Give me the conversation again, but change the roles.
Have you ever been to New York?
New York? No, I've never gone there. Have you?
Yes, in fact, I just come back from there. I'm doing some
consultancy.
I'm doing some consultancy work there, and I've spent at least 6 weeks I've spent at least 6 weeks there this year.
That sounds fabulous. Have you gone up to the top of the Empire State Building?
No, I haven't yet. I have driven the ferry to Ellis Island either. I've just had to work so hard. Though I have had dinner at Sardis and seen a Broadway show.
Okay.
Miss,
yes, go.
I have a question. What is I have had?
I've had is he tenido. It's the two uses of the verb have, the verb haber y tener. I have had he tenido. I have had dinner. Yes, well, in this case, it's a comido because it's dinner, right? But here you have though is aunque. Though I've had dinner at Sardis and seen a Broadway show, yes. Aunque, though, you put it at the beginning of the sentence, but you can also say although. Though or although I have had dinner. So question number 1, please. Mayra, has Sophie been to New York? What is the answer? Has Sophie been to New York?
No, she hadn't.
Okay.
Never go.
Can you help Mayra? What do you say? Can you help Mayra, please? Anybody? No, she?
Haven't gone there?
No, she?
No?
Look at the chat.
Hasn't.
Hasn't. He, she, it hasn't. Number 2, has Kate driven the ferry?
No, she hasn't.
No, she hasn't. Okay, next question. Has Kate had dinner at Sardis?
Yes, she has.
Yes, she has. Okay, has Sophie seen a Broadway show?
No, she hasn't.
No, she hasn't. Has Sophie asked about the Empire State Building?
Yes, she has.
Yes, she has, right? Yes, she has. Yes, she has. Okay, good. Very good. Okay. Okay, here we have, some questions. But we started talking today about a different thing. And we didn't do the video, but we can do it next class. Yes, we have time next class, okay. So there are some questions that I wanted to do with you today, but we didn't have time and there's no internet. Hello, here, internet. Okay, there are some questions here that we can practice together for a few minutes, okay? It says here, have you ever, it says conversation, have you ever, and there are many, 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 many questions, but we are going to do some of them, okay? Have you ever appreciated a sunset? You know sunset, Felipe? Have you ever appreciated a sunset?
Yes, I had seen the sunset.
Alone or with your girlfriend? Or with somebody else?
Along with my girlfriend, with my friends, with my family, a lot of time.
Okay, so you say, yes, I have. Many times I have. Have you ever been a guest at a surprise party, Felipe?
Yeah.
Have you ever been a guest at a surprise party?
I don't know. I don't remember have a surprise party.
If they have given you a surprise party?
Yes.
No? You haven't?
No.
Or yes, I have.
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
What is the meaning of fist?
Puño.
Okay. Yes. Yes, I have some fist fight.
Have you ever been on television?
Yes, when I was little, with my cousin, we also how do you say entrevistados? Entrevisting?
We were interviewed.
We are interviewed for the TVN.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to write here. We were interviewed by TVN. Can you read the chat, Felipe?
Yes, we were interviewed by TVN.
And what was the question?
If we like it, that we see the when the giant how do you say marionetas?
The puppets.
Okay, the giant puppet, the little girl, the giant grandfather, I think. I don't know, but in that case. So we go to see them.
Okay, good. Okay, guys, what is important is that you know this, okay? I said, have you ever been on TV? And Felipe, yes, says, yes, I have. After that, you can say, I was on TV in 2010. Yes, can you see the chat? I was on TV. Or yes, I have. I have been on TV many times. Yes. Or you can say, yes, I have. Yes, I have. I am always on TV as I work. As I work at TVN, for example. Yes. So after yes, I have, or no, I haven't, you can continue with other tenses. It's not obligatory to say I have, I have, I have. Yes, you can say, yes, I have. I was on TV in 2010, past tense. Yes, I have been on TV many times. Or yes, I have. I am always on television because I work there. Yes, I work there. And you can also say negative. You can say, no, I haven't been on TV. No, I haven't. Yes, but I would like to. I would like to appear on TV. So it's not obligatory to use, you know, present perfect. You can change, yes, and you can use other tenses, but we need more practice, okay? And we will continue practicing next class. For next class, you have to do homework, pages 44, 45, please. Yes? We are going to study present perfect for several classes, okay? So this is only the first class. Do your homework, please. Yes? Do your homework, and we will continue practicing next Next. When are we going to have classes again? Next Monday, yes? Okay, guys, have a nice end of the week and see you next Monday.
Thank you, Miss. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Mayra.
Miss.
Bye, Felipe. Thank you.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss.
Thank you for the class.
Thank you.